Okay, it's 3 o'clock. I think I have all of us muted, at least most of us. So if you're not muted, can you go ahead and just hit that microphone button and that'll mute your sound so that we don't end up with a lot of distractions. All right. Okay. So how many of you have ever used Zoom before? There's actually a lot of functionality on the system that we can use. And we'll work our way into that slowly. So I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm sure you're overwhelmed enough, right? Moving online and getting everything situated. So kind of lucky in a way, we've got a test this week. So it looks a lot like the test you had last time, except it'll be open book, open notes. So you'll have your materials and your homework assignments and whatever resources you want to use to be able to get through the test. It is a time test though, so you do have to manage your time for that. So that's all we're going to be working on this week, is getting that test wrapped up. So let me talk to you more about how the test is set up and how much time you have and when you can open it and when you have to have it done. So you got a better feel for that. If you go under the course modules on SitLearn, can you see the platform okay? Okay, so you can see what I'm doing?
I can see it.
Awesome. So under course modules, you scroll down to the second exam, and probably you only see this from your side right now. So there's the study sheet that I've created for it, and it contains everything that you had on your study sheet from before, and it also contains the new stuff from chapter 5. So you should see it's same stuff as before, and then the new stuff for 5. And there's 2 parts to the test, just like before, 20 multiple choice questions. So I'm telling you here what chapters they come from. Most of it's from chapter 5. I'm going to open the window on Wednesday morning at, I think, 8 o'clock is when I've set it. Let me move this second. Yep, 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning. And then it closes Thursday night at midnight. So you have a 2-day window to take the test, but once you start the test, you have 40 minutes to complete it. So it is a timed exam. Does that make sense? So you have some window there from which you can take the test, give you that flexibility, but once you start the test, you have 40 minutes to complete that part. And the same thing here with the part 2 of the exam. There's 10 multiple choice questions that relate to the Excel part. So what I would do if I were you is I would do the Excel piece and then open up the Excel multiple choice questions. Because once you open the Excel multiple choice questions, you have 30 minutes to work. So if you put in an answer and you look at the answers and you decide, I didn't get that answer, you want to have a little bit of time to keep working on your Excel. Does that make sense? All right.
Does that mean that there's no questions related to the Excel, like when we physically turn in the Excel piece?
Right. So I'm not going to
Okay.
have you upload the file this time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So at that window is the same window. So you have between 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday until Thursday night at midnight to submit that part. So maybe you want to do one part one day, one part the next. I'll let you decide how you want to spread that out. And again, you can use whatever materials you have. So on the Excel part, I've given you some hints here. I'm definitely going to give you another histogram problem. So you get a chance to do that again. The last test, I think about half of you got that problem right. So I'd like to give you a chance to do that again. And then there are 2 questions from the chapter 5 content. And you can open that Excel file. You can see on my screen on Wednesday morning. So it says here, availability is hidden from students. It's going to be available at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. You'll see this, and you just click that link to open that part. And then the Excel template will also show up 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. There's the template. So I'd open that and work on that, get it so you're comfortable with it. Then I would click this link and answer the questions. Because once you click this, you've got 30 minutes. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Every week when we get together, I'm going to try to do Monday at 3 o'clock every week. I will kind of set you up for the week and tell you what you've got to get accomplished and answer any questions that you have. So we'll have a short discussion about the content. And then I'm going to be posting the Excel files that we've been working on together. So it'll be very similar to what you've done in the past. So instead of having class, what I'll do is record myself completing the Excel files so that you get that kind of instruction to get the homework done. Does that make sense? So I'm going to create YouTube videos of me doing the homework so you can see how they're done. And then every week you'll submit that, and I might have you do a few discussion questions as well. So it won't seem a lot different than what you've had face-to-face. It's just that you're going to have recordings to watch instead of going to class. Does that make sense? Any questions about that?
You
So
said that this test was gonna this test could replace our lowest test score. Are you still gonna do that?
yeah, I'll
I
do
know
that.
you mentioned that before.
Sure. Yep. So if you do better on this one replaces the last one. And if you do better on the final, then the final replaces all of them. Okay? If you don't do better on them, you just keep the scores you got. No penalty. So you can only do better, right? Every week when we meet, I'll record the class and post it right here under Zoom class recordings. So this will be just for the classes. So if you can't come to one of the meetings on Monday, then you can always watch the recording. I'll try to keep them short and sweet and right to the point, what you got to get done during the week. Next week might be a little bit longer than usual because I'll be setting you up for all the new things you're going to be doing, which honestly is not going to seem a lot different. Like I said, it's just going to be videos of me showing you how to do the work as opposed to you coming to class and us doing things together in class. Okay? So what questions do you have for me?
As far as the test goes, so we have that 2-day window to actually complete it, but once we've started it, you have 40 minutes. Is the 40 minutes like you can work on it for, I don't know, 20 minutes and then save it and then go back and do the rest of the 20 minutes, or is it just all in one go?
Right.
All
Just, yeah, just like you were in class.
Okay.
Yep. So you can spread out the two pieces on different days. But once you start a part, then you got to finish it. Yeah. And the questions are randomized. So when you get your test, it's not going to look like anybody else's test, just like we did in class. So once you open your test, you get a random set of questions from a pool that I've created for each chapter. Any other questions about the test? Has everybody got access to the study sheet here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to help you a lot, right? So it's open notes, open book. I expect you'll do pretty well. Okay, the only thing you got to do is you got to prepare to be ready to take the test, really. Because you can use all your notes and all your files. Just be prepared. Maybe you want to have the test up on one monitor and have your laptop or some other computer where you've got your other materials ready to go if you want them. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Are we done with the whole group project stuff?
Let me get a bite of that quesadilla.
Yeah, right. the group presentations, if you have a presentation to do, so I'll be talking more about this next week, you'll do it on Zoom. So you'll use this exact platform. So you've already got access to it now. Your team will put on a presentation, you'll record it for me, and then you'll upload that presentation so I can watch you. That'll be a good thing for you to learn how to do because it's very common in industry to do that. So I think team 4, you've got a case to do.
Yeah,
for me.
we're up. We're up. You said that we could have it to you at latest Sunday. Could we send you one on Friday
Yeah.
and just have you look at it and see if we did it right? Because
Yeah.
obviously, I've used Zoom before, but I don't know if anybody else in my group has.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, it does have a lot of functionality, but to do the basics, super easy. And if you wanted to, I would get on
Yeah.
Zoom with you and give you a quick tour. But be happy to look at it Friday or before if you're ready. I want you to get the test off your plate and then finish up your presentation. Okay. So my thought was to kind of wait and talk more about those presentations next week, but just a heads up. So I know Team 4 is working on the case for Chapter 5. The next one will be Team 3, and your case is April 10th. And the next company presentation is Team 6 on April 3rd. So we got a little bit of time. I think the only team that's kind of under the gun was Team 4 for your case. The other ones are a little ways away. Any other questions? How's
Could you
everybody
resend
doing?
the OneNote link?
Huh?
Could you resend the OneNote link?
I don't use OneNote.
Oh, I thought we had a OneNote for this class.
No, not for ours. So all you need to do is get ready for the test this week. And then next week, I will meet with you again on Monday and set you up for the week so you know what you got to do. And make sure you've got video recordings that will walk you through the Excel assignments you have to get done. So it'll be a lot like class, it's just that it's remote and it's recorded. The nice thing about that is you can pause the video, you can rewind the video, watch things again if you want to see me do it again. You might actually like that better than class. So, how you holding up?
Good.
Everybody okay?
Can't complain.
I think I
Yeah.
have Corona. I'm not kidding either. If I have Corona, do I get like an extended date on stuff?
Well, I hope you don't have corona, but if you get sick, of course you get.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get tested either tomorrow or the day after. But
Yeah, you're not feeling well.
no, it's just like it's really not that bad. It's just breathing kind of stinks. It's really shortness of breath, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, if you can avoid the hospital and you're not feeling terrible, terrible sick, I would avoid it, honestly.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm. But for most people, it's, we've all had the flu, right?
Yeah.
So for healthier people, if you have an underlying condition, I would certainly be extra precautious. It's a little crazy, isn't it? Did you ever think we'd be here right now? It's a little crazy. The whole world's kind of turned over on its head.
Do you know if graduation is still on the table?
I heard they're trying to do something special for students. So I don't know if they're going to postpone graduation or try to
Yeah,
do
Zoom
something.
graduation.
Yeah. My guess is that we won't be able to have it, at least on the date that we have scheduled. Maybe in the summer. I don't know. It's really, really quiet on campus. It's kind of eerie. I miss all of you.
We miss you too.
Thanks. I don't know. I try not to watch too much news, but I can't help it. I'm kind of addicted. But it is kind of disturbing, isn't it? Mm.
Do you know
That's
if they
weird.
canceled all summer classes?
I hope not. I was kind of hoping that we would do more online classes and make a transition to doing that. I think it would be a good idea. And help you get through your coursework faster and spread out some of your credits. I hadn't heard anything. Honestly, the whole university is scrambling right now, trying to get everything together just to be able to deliver the rest of the classes. And nobody has the capacity right now to think about much of anything else. Like, we're a little overwhelmed too. Just trying to get everything online and make it good for you. It's one thing to be ready to walk into a classroom and deliver a class. It's a totally different matter when you gotta create a bunch of YouTube videos and try to make the learning experience as straightforward as possible so you don't get lost or confused or behind. So you might actually like it. You really. I've taught online for about 10 years, mostly graduate students though. My experience is most undergraduates, they need help with the discipline part, like managing their time, because you don't have a class to go to, so you're not being confronted with something all the time. You don't have a schedule and you tend to procrastinate. So what I'm going to try to do is spread out your work for you and give you due dates that happen throughout the week. So maybe Wednesday due date for something, a Thursday due date for something. A Friday we'll wrap things up. Monday I'll give you all your assignments. You can work on them. Tuesday, Wednesday they'll be due. Does that make sense? And try to have some downtime on the weekend. Oh, I got a couple chats. Okay. Any other questions?
No, ma'am. I think we're all set.
Okay. If something comes up between now and the test, if you have a question even during the test, let me know. You have my phone number? I know it's in the syllabus, but let me give it to you here so you can write it down. I'll just put it in the chat box. So you can call me, text me. I'm also going to give you another number just in case. That one is my home landline. It's an internet line. Well, just in case you can't reach me on one, try the other. So if you have a question during the test or a question about anything else you're working on, let me know.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday, get the test done. And then I might do a short video for you on Friday and send you out, like what's the average score? What does it look like? And then Monday next week, is 3 o'clock seem to work for all of you on Mondays?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
On here.
Yes.
Great. So let's try to stick with that as long as everybody's good with it. We'll go at 3 o'clock Monday every week. We'll meet and we'll talk about what we're going to do all week. And I'll send you off to do that and keep track of you online. So one of the things I'll do is if I don't see that you've submitted something, I'll probably send you a message, right, during the week. And just keep track of what you're doing. Okay.
I know we have that test on Wednesday. But do we also have homework due on Sunday?
Nope. You don't have any homework this week.
All right, thank you.
Yep. So just get yourself ready for the test. So get all your materials organized, be prepared, know where your materials, like where to look things up, because the test is timed. So you don't want to scramble and try to find things at the last minute, right? So be prepared, maybe use 2 computers. Okay? Anything else? Okay, hang in there. Don't be stressed about this. We'll get through it. There'll be some things that you'll ask me later to keep doing, right? That you'll like. All right. Y'all take care, and I'll talk to you in the middle of the week.
Sounds
Yes,
good.
ma'am. You too.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Stay healthy.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.